Hello, my name is Sophia Kalamas. I am a student at Piedmont High School, and the name of my project is 2 N95s from One. The current problem we are faced with is COVID-19, a respiratory illness that millions of people are faced with. We are in a shortage of masks, specifically N95 masks. They are much better than a surgical mask because they filter out the actual virus. A simple solution I have come up with to double the amount of masks that we have is to cut the N95 masks in half and use each half as an independent mask. A problem with manipulating this mask is that it might not create a seal to your face. The hypothesis that I have come up with is that it is 1, possible to convert an N95 mask into 2 smaller but functional masks, and that 2, it will provide an adequate seal that should be appropriate with the taping methods and the appropriate tapes. The method and protocol I am taking is to work with the 3M 1860 NIOSH N95 mask. It is a spheroid, a 3-dimensional ellipse, and it has a seam running horizontally that marks the approximate equator. To construct this mask, you simply cut along the horizontal seam of the mask. You then take roughly 4 inches of tape, apply it to the tip of your nose. You then take a second piece of tape and apply it to the top edge of the mask. You then match up the mask to the tape on your nose. And take a third piece of tape, place it on the bottom edge of the mask where there is an indent between your lip and your chin. Lastly, you take the rubber band, put it around your head, and the mask is sealed on your face. I tested 7 volunteers with this mask. They were aged 12 to 50, and they each wore the half mask and the full N95 mask for an hour each while performing their daily activities. I gave them a survey of 1, the breathability of the mask, how easy it is to breathe, and 2, the adherence of the tape and which tape was best. The types of tape used were Scotch tape, foam tape, paper tape, duct tape, clear tape, and elastic tape. I then took it one step further and measured the dead space in the mask. Dead space is the area in the mask where you're rebreathing the same air and carbon dioxide. The results from this experiment was that the breathability in the half N95 gave the best results because it had the least amount of dead space. The full N95 mask is easier to apply because there's no tape needed, but the half N95 mask was tolerated for longer periods of time. The dead space measurement in the half mask compared to the full mask was as much as half the amount of dead space, which means there's less CO2 that you are rebreathing, which makes it easier to breathe. I came up with 2 conclusions from this experiment. 1, the N95 mask can be cut in half to provide 2 smaller but still functional masks to deal with the shortage of masks in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. And 2, the half N95 mask does require taping but is actually easier to breathe with because it has less retention of CO2.